Alright, here we are with Jason today, and we are looking at just clarifying what a good sequence of exercises and stretches and a bit of chest management is for Jason. Yeah. Let's just give Jason a suction. Let's get down here, Jason.
Thank you, Surya.
Alright. Yeah, so the first half of the exercises are the position that Jason's in at the moment, on his back, or supine, on his back. You might notice I've put a cushion under here. You just want to make sure that Jason's in a good, neutral, supportive position when we're doing the exercises. And so we've taken all the cushions out that Jason might have in the chair. Jason's often got cushions in around him. And we've flattened out the day bed until it's level. And I think the cushion under his head is just useful because Jason does tend to, you get in that backward head position, which just is not an ideal position to be in. So just to make that a little bit more comfortable, let's get underneath Jason's head. Under we go. Now take your time to get underneath Jason. Whenever you have to do a lift, remember all those good rules of lifting a load. Get close to where you're having to lift from. Get down to the level of the bed. I think that's one of the most difficult things with just this bed is that it is low. So especially for your taller folks, come right down so that you're going to be right there and close to your body.
And Matthew, if we want to use a chair, I guess we can use a chair to sit on.
Yes, for sure. And in fact, later I'll be sitting next to Jason while I do one of the movements too. So yeah, for sure, use a chair if that's going to be a better position for you to get down low. Okay, so let's make a start. So we're going to start with the chest kind of management first. So one of the nice things to be able to do with Jason, and just be careful of where the peg is, of course. You don't want to be pushing down through the peg attachment. One of the nice things to do with Jason is to just encourage his rib cage to get a bit of movement. Yeah. Trying to tickle too much. Despite Jason's big scoliosis, his ribs are pretty nice and springy. Good springy ribs there, Jason. So it's good to be able to just encourage a bit of movement in the chest that you might otherwise get if you're taking a big breath in or if you're taking a cough. So that's the aim with this kind of manipulation or mobilization, really, of the ribs. It gives the ribs a chance to, and the lungs underneath it, a chance to do a bit of movement that it wouldn't otherwise get. That's what we're trying to do there. Yeah, so you're just working your way along the rib cage. So I've got my hands in that kind of position. And you give me a few presses at a time, springing those ribs up and down. Hopefully it feels alright.
And you're loving that, Jason, aren't you?
And let's swap over to the other side, so around. And we come down to Jason. Nice wide legs, nice wide feet.
You can see how Matthew's widened his legs there to get a lower position.
Oh yeah, and the other thing, you're trying to maintain your curves as well. Okay, curves meaning that you're not over like that. You're trying to keep everything in that normal neutral kind of posture for you.
Referring to the curve of your spine.
Yeah, curve of your spine. Yeah. Bit of a curve there, going into the small of the back. Okay. Oops, sorry. Particularly there. There we go. The same sort of position with your hands. Giving some nice springy compressions. Down through the left side of his chest now. these kind of movements are going to help Jason take a bit more of a variety of kind of breaths. Ultimately will help him to move mucus from the chest if that's there too, just like we all do.
And Matthew, it's a good idea to put him in a drainage position afterwards, so sort of tilt him back to get some of that fluid off his.
Not necessarily. No,
Okay.
no. We will end in side lying, so that is a bit of a drainage position. But no, look, we don't use drainage positions routinely so much nowadays, unless someone is really productive of phlegm.
Okay.
No, it's more just an opportunity for the chest to get a bit of extra movement, really. Yeah. Okay, so we've done that's our first chest respiratory kind of activity. Let's now go to a bit of percussion. So you can definitely sit down for this one. This one you can sit down for because you can get in a nice position to do it. The compressions you want to be over the chest, but for this one you can definitely sit down. But you still try to get nice and close, and you're going to still try to maintain your normal curves, trying to be over like that. Okay. Yep. And for percussion or tapping of the chest, nice sort of cup-shaped position of your hand. Yeah, and you're feeling for the natural curvature of the ribs, and just trying to get a nice percussive sound out of Jason's chest. And you can go pretty firm. Hopefully that sounds of ecstasy for Jason.
He loves it.
Trying to get a nice consistent rhythm. If you feel like you're having to reach too far forward, then it might be better for you to stand up. Again, get that nice low position, get down there, and you can get over a little bit more. Personally, I'm a little bit in between, so I think I'll use this one for me. So you can see I'm actually on his opposite side of his chest. There's no reason why you can't do from this side. It's just a little bit easier for me to be in this position, reaching across and going from here. You could be on this side too, but Jason's hand tends to get a bit in the way. So yeah, so that works well for me. Probably will for you too. Okay, well, let's do the other side. There we go again. There we go. I'm trying to get try to get his hand in a good position so we don't it doesn't get in the way. And you're feeling for his rib cage where it is, so you know where you're going to be tapping, cupping. You're not going to be cupping over his inlet. Okay, and off we go again. Nice consistent rhythm going. Using that cupping, so it's not slapping with a bare hand, it's cupping sound. Bit of flexibility about the wrists. Movement coming from the elbows. There we go.
And the towel is for a bit of extra padding for his chest.
Padding. Yep. So it's a bit more comfortable. That's right. Yeah. Let's just reposition your head again there, Jason. And Jason does get easy spasm around the neck too, so just be careful when you're lifting Jason's head. That's a potential area where you might just be exposed at a bit of risk of hurting yourself. So do be careful when you're lifting his head. Just see if we can get a little bit of a better position of his arm here. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. I think we might have to just make do with that and just go around his hand. Yeah, we're getting a reasonable kind of coverage of your chest there. Okay, so that's our two respiratory kind of approaches. I've elected not to do vibrations in this position, mostly because it's easier for the carer to avoid that one. And I think with the rib compressions and the cupping, we've done enough on that area. But later we will do the vibrations when he's lying on his side. Okay, so let's go on to some musculoskeletal or stretches and joint range of movement kind of exercises. Okay, so first of all, we'll start with the knee and the hip. So we just want to make sure his position is good for you. So look, just maybe a little bit of strategic repositioning. We'll just see if Jason can come a little bit towards this side. So if you're going to be doing this on your own, so you want to be super careful about it, and only move in small amounts. So under we go, and we've got our hand under the shoulder and a little bit under his head as well, and we're just doing a little shift, just a little shift. Might not last for too long, but it's good to be starting in that position. And now let's go to his right leg to start with, and we're just aiming just to get a little bit of a bend of both the hip and the knee. Yeah, and as you all know, Jason gets very stiff. So, yeah, hand position, well, body position, again, you're down, nice and low, maintain your curves, and one hand just underneath where his knee is, so you can actually get a little bit of a bending leverage around his knee, and the other hand just cupping his foot like this. Yeah, and so you lift up first of all, and then you try to get a little bit of a bend. Don't try to get it all at once. Just go gently. You might also notice that I've got my hand down around his ankle and his heel. You should try to avoid having your hand around the ball of his foot.
So the ball of his foot meaning up towards his toes,
up there, yeah. Partly because that often does cause a reaction of a propulsion kind of spasm. Yeah, so avoid that a little bit if you can around the heel. Yeah, and as you feel him give, you go with him and give him a bit more of a stretch. There we go, so we're stretching the thigh muscle now. So I'm exerting some pressure, bringing his knee into a more bent position, and then coming back again. Let's change my position a little bit, and we'll come up a bit higher with the hip. Down we go again. We're getting a bit of movement there now. Let's see if we can try just a bit of a combination of a little bit of a movement. Yeah, okay. And you can see that I'm not trying to bring Jason's leg straight up in the bed. I'm coming out to the side. You know, you're following his natural tendency to come out this side. That's okay.
And that's exercising the muscles around the hip as well?
Yes, hip joint really. You're giving the hip joint a chance to go through its range. You know, he doesn't get that chance to do that very often. He's either in one position or the other. He's either there in the chair or he's down here when he's lying. So yeah, getting a chance to go through. And you see I'm using my whole body, foot to foot, left to right. Okay. So that's that side there. Yeah. Now let's do the other side. Let's just do a little bit of recorrection again of his chest and head area. Down we go. Okay, a little shift. Yeah. Okay, let's do the left. For that, let's give ourselves a bit more space. And we're staying nice and close. Okay, and here we are on the left. Once again, we're just going to find the natural contour of his movement. Not necessarily trying to make it straight up and down. Just what happens naturally. So taking his knee through its full range of movement. Good for the joint, good for joint health. Good joint health when you can give the joint a chance to go through its full possible range of movement. Let's have a look at his hip now. Yeah, so you can see that's about his limit there. His whole body starts to move there, so you don't have to go much further than that. We're not about increasing his range of movement or really, trying to change things. We're about maintaining what he's got and allowing movement to be a bit of pain relief as well, or just give good comfort.
And you're moving yourself from your hips there too.
Again, going from foot to foot. Yeah, so I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm moving with it the whole time. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, let's keep him safe. And come back up again. And one more time, let's get your head under here. There we go, stay nice and close. Alright, let's go down to the base of his feet, of his legs, and let's just try to get a little bit of a stretch of his ankle area. So two different kind of presentations to either side. So this side here, very easily goes into this position here. So that bent around position. So we don't want to stretch that position so much. We don't at all, because that's already high burn. It's too mobile. Yeah, that's that kind of stretched position there that he's got naturally. What we want to try to do is bring his foot around this way and stretch up this way. So for this position, actually, you want to use both hands, and you're kind of holding his foot with both hands, nice big contact. And you're just going back this way. Yeah, so we've got wrapped around in this formation here. We're holding the foot in alignment with his lower leg, and we're going up like that.
That's just a small movement there.
Yeah, fairly small movement. Give me a chance for the. So with that, we're giving a chance for the Achilles tendon to be stretched a little bit. Yeah, which doesn't get when it's like that. Yeah. So I mean, tight Achilles tendons aren't comfortable, and it can worsen the foot position. So always good to give your Achilles tendon a chance to stretch out. Yeah, so both hands wrapping around, trying to get that foot to stay in line with his lower leg. Holding the stretch for about 10 seconds. Okay. Alright, so that's the right side. With the left side, he's a bit more conventional. It's not the same sort of over flexibility or deformity of the ankle. He's straight up and down, and so you can use a variety of ways to stretch that. You could, if you're comfortable enough, you could just do a single hand stretch like that. So you're trying not to just give a stretch to the ball of the foot. Actually, you're trying not to stimulate around here. So you're holding it like that and giving a stretch up that way there. If your hand's not quite big enough and you want a little bit more stretch to it, then you put your knee up onto the day chair. Just be a little bit cautious, because you don't want to be right down the bottom here. Just have your knee up near where the footrest starts, and you can put his foot on your thigh, and you can actually just lean forward and give the stretch that way. So I'm just holding his foot in position against my thigh, leaning forward over. I'm leaning on I'm using this as support as well, so I'm not trying not to lean outside my base of support. Okay, so two options to stretch that side there.
Very good.
Okay, so that's the legs done. Let's go up to the arms now. So once again, let's just give a little bit of a reposition again. Down we go, Jason. There we go. Okay, so let's have a look at this right side. The right side, first of all. The as you know, he really gets caught up with his right side. A good way to start with his right side is to start with the thumb. So whenever you've got increased tone, increased tightness of muscles from spasticity, then it's a good idea to start with the thumb. So you get his thumb from outside of his hand there. Try not to pull on the end of the thumb. Rather, you get at the base. You get the base of the thumb, and you bring it back this way. I like being down on my knee. Brings you down as well, or you could sit down for this one as well. Yeah. So down I am. Down we go here, and we're bringing the thumb back, and just holding it there. Holding up with our left hand, and then see you bring his fingers up after that. Yeah. So we're starting with a stretch to the hand, really, and that can help you just reduce the tone of the whole arm, actually. Yeah, so you're holding it there, just giving it a chance to be open. Maybe do a little turn inward and outward. Not a lot of force, just they're small muscles, so you want to be delicate with them.
You like to shake hands, Chase, don't you?
It's a little bit tricky to get all this arranged, but the fundamental idea is you're keeping the thumb away from the fingers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and so once you've got that position a little bit better, all right. So then, yeah, you can change where you are. You've got your right hand meeting his right hand in that handshaking position, keeping the thumb open, and then we can look at trying to bring his elbow out. Yeah, and actually, we might just support his arm a little bit under here. When you're lifting a limb or arm or a leg, try not to pull from the end. Try to lift underneath the nearer part of the limb or the arm. There we go. That's better now. Okay, so let's go back. We'll start with the thumb again. There we go. Okay, yeah, so now that's controlled. And now let's just have a little try coming out with the elbow. We won't get too far, but it's good for Jason to be able to get his elbow out to that 90 degrees kind of position, as opposed to being back there. And we're stretching out again. Once again, just holding a nice steady pressure to get that stretch.
It's the best physio session you've ever had, Jason. 23 minutes, we're still going.
How long were we 23 minutes. Yeah, look, this is the other thing we should consider. I mean, it does take time to do these things, so yeah, so we may have to just split them up. So you could aim to do the activities maybe for his legs at one point, and then come back to his arms later. Or if you've got time, do everything that we're doing now on his back, and then later you come to do the ones on his side.
Or maybe we even alternate between different days, I guess.
Right. So that's these joints that we've given a chance to lengthen out. Let's go to his shoulder now. It's a bit hard to really get him in a nice position with all the joints being extended. So don't worry about the hands so much when you go to the shoulder. Just reaching up this way. Yeah, nice, Jason. Maybe Jason will just give you a chance to see if you can just give his head some position. We'll just let this down. There we go. Yeah. Give Jason a chance to stretch right up. There we go. Ooh, lovely. Good.
Doing both arms at once, Jason.
Yeah, nice, Jason. Yeah, good. Stretch up both sides. That's good. Yeah. Off we go again. Oops.
So when he tenses like that, you're just waiting for him to settle down.
Just wait it out. Yeah, wait it out. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit of a fit, really, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. On Jace. Yeah. Going well though. That's it. Okay. One more time for your arm, hey? One more time. There we go. That's it. Stretching up. Great, Jason. So look, if Jason can participate with you, that's terrific. That's what you want. Yeah, lovely. Great. Okay. All right. Let's make him safe and up we go again. Coming over to the other side, his other arm. Sitting down for this one. So you're right next to his hand. Now with his left hand, we won't be getting the same kind of open position, but we can still aim to get an extended position for his elbow. Yeah. Now with this side, I'll just let that go for a moment, just a bit of resistance. Yeah. So with this side, what might work well for to allow you to get that elbow out is to do another technique for managing tone where the muscles are in spasticity, and that's using rotation. So rotation of the whole arm. So as you to get the elbow to come out, you're using a bit of rotation from left to right. Yeah. So again, you're not forcing the issue. You're just doing a gentle side to side. And at the same time, I'm bringing his elbow out. Yeah, that works well for Jason on this side. Yeah, so you're not using the thumb this time. You're using a different little trick, really, a different method that allows the muscles to let go a bit more. Good, and probably about there. It's probably going to be his limit. And just pausing there. Let it come back. Hey Jason, maybe have a try yourself. Can you stretch out? Can you stretch that arm out?
It's a big ask.
Yeah, stop that one. Good job. Okay, let me have your arm again. And yes, and still working there. Okay. And out we come again. A little bit side to side. Bit of rotation. Bit of rotation at the shoulder. Allowing it to come out. There we go. Okay. Now on this side, you could actually try to maintain that position. Maintain that position while you do a bit of an arm lift up as well. So I'm swapping over, and now I'm going to lift from the elbow, and now we're going to stretch all the way up. So we're getting a stretch of the shoulder and the elbow at the same time, just holding that position. Again, if the muscles really start to work against you, then you just let it go. But he's pretty good at the moment, the body's allowing me to do that. Yeah, good. Okay, so that is the lying exercises done. Yeah,
Very
so
good.
we started with the chest, and then we've gone to the legs, and we finished with the arms. Okay.
Thank you, Matthew. 30 minutes on the dot. Very good. Thank you.